Good morning, good morning. Sorry, everything's really slow at this end with internet, so apologies if there's a bit of a pause or I don't seem to be doing things much. Anyway, first of all, I hope you're safe and well because that is the most important thing. It's actually dry here today, a little bit of sunshine. I mean, who knew? It's the last day of May and it's nearly nice weather. Anyway, we've got quite a few things to go through today. So the first thing is, on the 20th of May, finally, the Hazcom was updated in the USA, which is how they bring GHS into effect. Now, I'm just putting a link from our friends at LISAM describing some of the changes. What this does is it brings the USA version of GHS up to revision 7, which we've been in the EU and in the UK, obviously downstream of the EU, since something like 2015, a long time. And they've been threatening to go to GHS revision 7 since I think 2019, 2020, something like that. So it's finally happened. Now, as I'm sure you're already aware, if you deal with the USA, they don't adopt the same hazards that we do. So they still haven't brought in the environmental hazards as far as I'm aware, although I haven't read the fine print. And there will be other changes because, as we know, things move within GHS. It's so unlike transport of dangerous goods where everybody adopts everything more or less at the same time with just a few tweaks. GHS is the harmonized bit is being honored more in the absence than in conforming to that. But it is good news. We've been waiting for it for a long time, and I think I can safely predict there will be a lot of divergence from pure GHS to local USA rules, and there may even be some state differences as well, because I'm aware that that can happen. So it's good news. We've waited for it for ages, and let's see what happens. So in other news, if you watch me regularly or you read my newsletters, you'll be aware that one of the many bees in my bonnet is the fact that we in the lab, and I hold my hand up here because I was at the bench for 4 years myself, we in the lab are nowhere near as good at ordinary practical COSH, chemical health and safety, as people who are out on plant. And that may be because we deal in much smaller quantities, therefore the risks are lower, or maybe it's because we're physically handling chemicals all the time directly instead of just having them in some kind of system that we operate. But we tend to be really rubbish at health and safety. And that is particularly noticeable as a consultant when you deal with people who've come out of the lab and are trying to make things in a commercial way for the first time. And these people are almost entirely working in university spinouts and, we found this new bit of chemistry, let's see if we can commercialize it. So when I was at Chem UK the other week, I was really excited, because yes, I am that sad, but I was excited to catch up with my old colleague, John Hibbs, and find out that he's been working with the British Chemical Association to provide support for university companies in the chemical sphere in the first couple of years of their operation. And the way that they're doing that is they are giving them cheap membership. They've got a particular sector group, so you can talk to people in the same position, and they will help companies in that position get to grips with the occupational health and safety, COSH, process safety side of things, DSEER, COMA, and generally product safety as well. So we're talking about REACH, CLP, classification, safety data sheets, all that kind of thing. So there's a massive amount of support there from BCA. And if you are working in a company like that, or you own a company like that, or you know people in a company like that, I cannot recommend this strongly enough, because we are in a highly, some would say, over-regulated industry. It is really difficult because we have so many different aspects of chemical safety to contend with. And I'm going to bring up the contact details for the British Chemical Association, put this below the video now. They don't have a great deal about this program. Just putting that there just now. They don't have a great deal of program about the program actually on their website. But if you contact them and ask them about it, explain that you're a spin out or you're in an incubator from a university, then I'm sure they would love to talk to you. And it will make your working lives a lot easier and a lot safer, and hopefully contribute to the long-term success of your business. Right, I'll get off my soapbox, shall I? So there's a lot of other stuff going on in this week's newsletter as usual. If you would like to sign up to receive it weekly, I'll just put the link. Trying to type and talk at the same time never works, does it? Link in below here. Bear with me. Right, that's gone in just now as well. So that's it for me for today. I hope you have a lovely, lovely day. But before we go, nearly forgot. How could I forget our reasons to be cheerful? I'm trying to think of multiple things at the same time and I'm failing miserably as usual. So here we have, it's Italian lessons from Monty Python. And again, just popping that below this video now. So whatever you're doing this weekend, I hope you have a lovely time. And I look forward to chatting to you again next week, if we're spared. Take care of yourselves. Bye.